Hello everybody and welcome to another Train Sim World 2 news video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the next latest article, which of course is about the adhesion physics, or we assume it's about the adhesion physics, based on their name. So yeah, Train Sim World 2 Get a Grip, which like I say, it suggests it's about the adhesion physics. Pretty sure what that is, so I can see sparks flying off of the wheels. They mentioned sparks in the one of the live streams, that the wheels heat up and all that, and then more sparks fly off as the heat of the wheels gets increased and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, but anyway, let's have a read of the article. Feel the slip and slide of the wheels with adhesion. That's actually no, I was going to say something and then I realised it wasn't relevant. With Train Sim World 2, proprietary, something like that, maybe. Simulgraph vehicle dynamic engine has evolved, adding realistic adhesion physics for the first time. Now, we were already told we already had these, but I won't go into detail on that right now. That's already been said by many people, and I'm pretty sure DGG are quite adept, and I think they well know how annoyed the community is at this, but nonetheless. An exciting feature that allows you to feel the train's grip on the rails in a variety of conditions, driving for the first time. Driving trains never felt so real. Adhesion changes how your train responds to the condition of the rails and how you operate the controls. Train weight, weather conditions, track grade, type of locomotive, throttle and braking position all affect how the locomotive and train behave. An empty train on a gradual grade will behave differently to a fully loaded train, requiring you to adapt your technique to make use of the features such as sanding. Combining with a weighted vehicle system in Train Sim World 2, adhesion changes the way you play. On the Bakerloo line departing Oxford Circus Station towards Piccadilly Circus, the grade of the line increases dramatically as it dips below sea level. You should apply the brakes in the same fashion and at the same distance as you had at the previous stops. You are likely to overshoot the platform. Wait, hang on. Should you apply the brakes in the same fashion and the same distance at the previous stops, you are likely to overshoot the platform due to an increased grade and a line and lack of traction. Perfect your braking point becomes critical when learning a route. Adhesion doesn't just change how you stop. In sandpatch grade, you will experience the real challenge of hauling long, heavy freight on steep grades. Getting a train full to the brim with coal and over the imposing mountains will be a real challenge. Applying the power too quickly and the wheels will lose their grip, taking away vital power that's needed the most. Understanding when to use the sand and improving grip will be critical to overcoming situations. Going uphill may be easy, but consider how you'll need to manage a downhill descent in the same heavy haul. Weather will have additional ramifications for adhesion, and you'll need to consider this when carefully powering on the wintry German landscape at 250 km/h with the ICE on the Köln-Aachen route. Apply too much brake and your wheels will lose grip entirely as your train skates over the icy track, changing not just the braking point but the amount of actual control you have on the train. Ahead of each scenario or service, you'll get an overview of your consist and information on its weight and length so you can adjust to the needed conditions. Perfecting the right technique, reacting to all weather conditions, master your locomotives and stock, learning service and understanding the nuance, something like that, of each route. All this will help you to gain the experience required for fully immersing yourself in what Train Sim World 2 has to offer and enjoying the challenge that Adhesion brings to controlling trains. Train Sim World 2 coming for Xbox, PlayStation and PC on 20th of August. So, we've got a couple new screenshots as well of some of the bits. One new Bakerloo line, two new Köln-Aachen, and two new CSX by looks of things. So yeah, like I say, we got the sparks flying off the wheels there, which is nice. And I'll cover this again. DTG said in one of their live streams that the surface of the wheel will increase as your wheel slips, and the more the heat increases on the wheel, the more sparks you'll get flying. So if you just start slipping for a few seconds, you won't get many sparks at all. It'll be alright. If you keep spinning the wheels and it keeps going, you'll have sparks flying everywhere, sort of thing. Again, we've got some generic pictures of trains running in different weathers to sort of show. This is something that we can't really sort of get much information on until we get close to the time of the release of the game. Obviously, we can't see or feel how the adhesion will work until we see some gameplay footage. You know, is it accurate, is it not accurate? We don't know yet. This is all just speculation. It sounds good, they're saying the right things, but DTG saying the right things and doing the right things are usually two different concepts entirely, so we shall see if they actually know what they're doing. But fingers crossed for DTG and for the game that this is actually going to be a good experience. I can't remember if they mentioned the Preserve Collection getting this or not. I've got a feeling it won't get it, which is a shame. It'd be nice if all the Preserve Collection stuff got all of the Wheel Adhesion stuff. Especially, some of the, I don't know, the Class 66 or whatever. You know, some of the freight locomotives we've got. All the Transpennine stuff as well, and the Tees Valley stuff. All of that would be nice to have some adhesion physics on it. But, you know, maybe one day. They've already said that they will increase all that. They'll allow you to use all that stuff in the scenario planner. So hopefully one day we might see that too. Thinking about the Bakerloo line for a sec. Slight tangent on what I was saying. I'm starting to get a picture of how they've gone about doing this now, and I'm not particularly impressed, if I'm honest. The underground section, I can't wait for. That sounds like it's been completely custom modelled, everything's new, you know, nothing's reused, it's all going to be good and it's going to be proper. The external sections, I'm not convinced on. From the pictures we've been seeing, looks like 99% of the assets are actually reused. Again, we've got the purple fences at Harrow and Millstone. We've got the arch there, the catenary, sorry. That's Great Western, and it's not prototypical for the route. You know, and I'm sure some of the buildings I've seen before. So, as much as I don't expect them to remake every single asset, key assets such as catenary and fences and that kind of thing, I would expect at least a reskin of the fence and an entirely new model of the catenary. Because again, it doesn't suit the route. It doesn't look right. It looks like you're driving a Bakerloo line train along the Western, and it doesn't make any sense. So, we should remain to be seen how that route sort of looks when it's released. Yeah, that's about all I've got to say for that. But I just wanted to sort of voice that opinion that I'm not exactly entirely convinced on the Bakerloo lines above ground sections, but we shall see. We shall see. It might be better than it actually is making it out to be. We've got to find out what happens when they obviously release the trailer and the screenshots and all that. Obviously, that's going to come next, so we'll see it soon. Again, we already know what to expect from CSX. No problem there whatsoever. Hope if it runs better, then yep. I always found Train Sim World to be a bit dark in some places, sort of thing. The lighting's not quite as convincing as Train Sim Classic in a way. So hopefully the lighting looks better. Like in the... I don't really know how to describe it, but there's something off about the lighting. Everything seems a bit too dark and a bit too pale. Now, I don't think they've done anything about the pale issue. Apparently there's ways you can fix that yourself, and it sounds like there's a game engine bug that causes the pale skies and textures and colours and all that. But, you know, it'd be nice if we saw some kind of upgrade to that, especially with CSX, because I noticed CSX and Great Western Express, they're quite sort of... The coloration is very off, I find, on them. And yeah. And then we got another picture of the Talent 2 of the bogies. So yeah, not really a lot to talk about as far as the routes are concerned. But the adhesion physics sounds alright. You know, again, we get the sparks when the wheels start spinning. It'd be good if you, like they were saying before, if they actually do keep their promise where you're going up the sandpatch grade and then you've really got to sort of put power on, but then you've got to reduce the power to stop yourself slipping, and then you've got to increase the power to keep your speed up, but you've got to put sand down, and that's going to be good. And again, wheel slip, wheel slide. If they do the wheel slip and wheel slide protection, that would be great as well. Because they said the wheel slip protection's in on the ICE. They weren't sure in the last live stream if the wheel slide protection's in. But fingers crossed it is. That'd be good. That'd be good indeed. But anyway, I think I'm going to leave that there. That's about all I've got to say, to be honest, on this article. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. And I will see you all next time. Goodbye!